stance. All right, I started the recording. You want me to start? You're taking the
Yeah, sure.
stance that God. You're taking the stance that God doesn't exist.
A biblical God.
Like the one from the Bible, right? The Christian God.
Yeah, yeah, that one.
Uh, I'm not sure if this argument falls under that, but I should. Okay, I'll just start. P1. If we have knowledge, then we have foundational beliefs, logical laws, sense perception, uniformity of causation slash etc. You have a problem with that?
Nope.
Okay. If we have foundational beliefs, then foundational beliefs require a justification.
All right.
Okay, no problem with that. If foundational beliefs require a justification, then the justification for foundational beliefs can be either atheistic or theistic.
Can you repeat? What was it? Atheistic and what else was it?
Or theistic.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. If the justification for foundational beliefs is atheistic, then the justification for foundational beliefs fails.
Explain.
What do you mean?
Explain like why if the justification is atheistic, why does it fail?
Hold on, let me find it.
How the fuck are you gonna argue that God exists?
Hmm?
I don't. I said, how the fuck are you gonna argue that God exists?
I know how to argue how he exists and how he doesn't exist. It's just the atheistic way takes a lot more like better rhetoric.
How are you gonna prove that he exists when half of the shit is based off of faith?
Well, for example, like you didn't see that George Washington was our first president, but you still know he is. You just have
Because there's
proof he
proof
is.
that he is,
Yeah, and there's
or
proof
that he
God
was.
existed, and there's proof God existed.
Like what?
The Bible,
That's not proof that he existed.
that is proof. Those are records that he existed.
No.
How so?
I'm not gonna argue. I don't debate. I'm the hand. That's kind of dumb. Okay. I thought you guys were debating. Where's the debate?
He's just getting his like argument together. I asked him like why if a foundational belief is justified by atheistic claims, why is it like invalid or incorrect? This is what he's trying to prove right now.
Thing in my head. Look at ping. But there's no debate yet. Hmm. Man, I was pinging minutes ago.
Oh, Jutsu.
What's good?
Jutsu. I saw the video of you stop boxing.
That's not me, bro.
Not the NLE chopper PSP.
That is
Why does
you.
everybody? That's not. Why does everybody think
That's
that's me?
you. Because Trunks said it was you.
Is that
It's
you on
not
your
me.
is that you on your profile picture?
I'm gonna
Yeah, that's
post
me,
it in the chat. Kyoto.
bro. I already. Look, you guys want to see like an actual picture of me?
Yes.
I know what
How
Trunks
would I
looks
do
like.
Alright.
it?
This is what Trunks looks like.
Nigga, that's not even me. What the fuck? All right, I'll show you.
And this is what Tamaki looks
They're just like
like.
doxing people.
Hold on, load it. There we go. That's what Tamaki looks like.
Are you doxing people?
I'm not dossing people.
Some like you ugly as hell, bro.
Are you sure? Are you sure that's not doxing people?
I mean, yeah, it kind of is.
Look, Trunks looking. Trunks is flexing his
That
$7 dog.
does kind of look like you. I mean, it does kind of look like you in that video. I'm not sure
It
that.
does not me, bro. I'm too different. That dude is way too light, bro.
Nah, that's
No,
you.
ma'am.
That's you.
It looks like you.
It's not me. And my hair is way shorter.
Bro, godless is brain dead. I'm never using a godless argument again. Bro,
Huh?
Is that
apparently,
concession?
huh?
Is that concession?
A concession?
Yeah.
Facetious.
No,
Nigga said it's
because
a
God isn't
concession.
there to justify it. That's why it fails.
Mm, God isn't just like if I have a foundation like a foundational belief, right, and then it's like proved by an atheistic claim, and like why does God have to do with that? Like you even proved God
God
exists, so
justifies
why
knowledge.
why does God have to prove that if I don't believe in God?
Okay, okay. God justifies knowledge. Without God, there is nothing to justify knowledge.
Explain how like if God doesn't exist, you can't justify knowledge.
What is there to justify that we have knowledge?
So like I give you an example, like like numbers or like axioms. Did God justify that numbers are axioms?
Well, what do you think an axiom is?
That's undoubtedly true. Like you can't deny it.
Okay, who justifies that?
And basically, people who like came up with the term of axiom.
Then why would it be undoubtedly true if someone equal to you made this term?
Because they made it. I don't know. There's no reason like why it shouldn't be true if it's definition. Something like
What
if
do
I
you
say
say?
like numbers are axioms, and that like fits the definition. But if I say like God doesn't exist, and I say that's like an axiom, that's not an axiom. You can argue both ways.
So why? No, but why is this thing an axiom?
Why is what?
Why is it an axiom?
Why is it an axiom? Because it's undoubtedly true. Numbers are like they're like
Why?
you can't deny that number one just means one thing.
Why? Why couldn't I deny that?
Because if you deny it, then you're just lying.
Why?
You're just lying. That's I don't know what you want me to explain for that.
I
You're
don't
just
know. Like,
lying
why
at
would
that
that be
point.
lying? Like, there's like nothing to justify that it is an axiom.
The numbers are. I already said how numbers are axioms.
Yeah, you said it's undoubtedly true, but there's no reason
Yeah,
to say that it's undoubtedly true. Your reason for that is you would be
they are
lying if you
undoubtedly.
disagree.
Because you'd be lying if you disagree.
Okay, so if I don't agree with you, I'm just wrong.
On numbers not being like on numbers being axiom,
Yeah.
then yeah, you're just wrong.
Okay, but what justifies it? Like, there's nothing that justifies that they have to be an axiom.
The definition does.
What the definition of an axiom?
Yeah,
Why do they fit that definition?
because they're undoubtedly true.
Why are they undoubtedly
Going in
true?
circles. I just going in circles now.
Yeah, because like the whole argument is circular.
Mm. Oh, okay. So like, because you can't argue like that numbers aren't. So like, like how can I explain this? Like, if I say there's like one thing, like if there's one apple, you can like count that apple as number one. Like there's only one thing in it. You can't deny that there's only one apple. If you
What if
do,
I
then
see two?
it's just wrong. I don't know. There's only one apple there, and then I say there's one
But
apple, and
who
then you say
says that
there's
there's only
two.
one apple there?
I'm just giving an example. There's
But
only
okay,
one
but there's
apple
like
on the
nothing to say
table.
that's 100% true,
No,
or that it
there
is
is.
true.
If there's only one apple on the table, and it's
Okay,
just
but
one
who?
apple.
Okay, but who? Okay, but all right. Now, all right. So you walk into this room, and you walk into this room, you see three apples on the table. I walk into this room, I see five apples on the table.
Okay.
Okay, well, who's true or who's correct? We're in the same room, looking at the same table.
It would just be then you just take an eye test to see who's fucking retarded.
But then who justifies whether or not that eye test is correct?
And whoever's authorized
Who
to take
justifies
or
whether or
like
not they're authorized?
by learning like the knowledge. You're
Who
just calling
justifies
them
whether or not your
like
knowledge is
judging.
correct?
Oh my god. I like testing theories.
Okay, who justifies whether said theories is correct?
This is backed up by evidence.
Okay, who justifies whether or not that evidence is correct?
It's based off theories.
Why are the theories justified? or like
It's
justified to
backed
be
up by
correct.
evidence.
Okay, so then it's circular again.
You're just making it circular.
Because okay, like we're just going down this long line of why is it justified. There's like literally nothing that justifies knowledge.
I said there's stuff that justifies knowledge.
Yeah, if we go by an atheistic standpoint, right? There's nothing that justifies knowledge.
And how does God justify knowledge?
He created it. All right, hold on. Okay, all right.
How does
Hold
God
on.
create
No,
knowledge?
I'm sorry. I like stepped over, but just like ignore that part. So now that we've like gone through P4, right? If we go by atheistic standpoint, right? Foundational beliefs fail, or the justification for foundational beliefs fail, right? If the justification for foundational beliefs fail, then it's not the case that we have knowledge, right?
Yeah, can you
Okay.
repeat that?
Okay. If the justification for foundational beliefs fail, then it's not the case that we have knowledge.
So, like, if an atheistic justification fails, then we don't have knowledge, is what you're saying.
Yeah, like going by the atheistic standpoint.
Okay. Then why does God justify it then?
Okay, now P6. If the justification for knowledge is theistic, then the justification for foundational beliefs can succeed on the right version of theism. That's P6.
Uh,
So
explain.
P7. If the justification for foundational beliefs can succeed on the right version of theism, then God exists. We have knowledge, therefore God exists.
All right. So, like, what if I don't believe in God because I don't want to live by like the Bible's like laws or rules?
I mean, you don't have to believe in something for it to exist.
Like, what if I don't like believe God exists because I don't want to like apply by the Bible's rules?
That wouldn't change whether or not it exists.
Why wouldn't it?
What? It exists isn't like dependent on someone's like belief.
Yeah, you said
Huh.
like belief of foundation, right? Like yeah,
No, but whether or not we
foundation
have
of belief.
knowledge, right? That like okay, it's not like I don't think it's like a part of your belief whether or not we have knowledge or like
Why
it
can't
is
I believe that?
it is your belief basically. Like
Why
just the
can't I
fact that you
believe
have
that
a
we don't
belief
have
is the fact
knowledge?
that you have knowledge
But like, why can't I not believe that we don't have knowledge?
because that belief would be that we have knowledge or that belief would be knowledge.
How can a belief be knowledge? Beliefs aren't backed up by any evidence. It's basically an opinion.
Actually, no, we already like agreed that we have if we have knowledge then we have foundational beliefs. We already agreed on that. What are foundational beliefs? Hold on.
But beliefs aren't knowledge; they're just opinions. So how can an
Hold
opinion
on.
be like just straight factual knowledge? Mm-hmm. I'm already in here.
Huh?
I'm not talking to you, man.
Wait, I don't even realize what this point is. What the? But yeah. What I don't get what this point is supposed to be. Like you're saying, like if you
Sorry,
don't
what?
believe in it, that it doesn't exist. Why is it the case?
It's just like my belief. Because like this whole debate is for you to prove that like God exists. And you're basically persuading my belief that he doesn't exist to he does exist.
Well, no, I don't
And
necessarily
that's
have
what
to
you're trying
like
to do.
persuade you personally, right? I just
That's
like
what a debate is. That's what
no,
you're trying
that's
to
not what
do.
a debate is.
Yes, it is. You're trying to persuade your person in the debate.
No, but I wouldn't have to like. Okay, basically, I don't have to make you change your whole worldview, right? That isn't like
I'm
that
not
is the
yeah, not
purpose of
like
a
that,
debate.
but like I want you to like change my like the way I think about it, basically.
Oh no, if we just keep going in a circle, you're like, nah, I don't believe it yet. I don't believe it yet. I don't believe it yet. That isn't like that wouldn't be that definitely wouldn't be like what falls as a debate. Cause then we could like I can like nobody would ever win.
Wait, I wanna backtrack on one of my points
Which
on like
yeah,
the
which is
my atheistic justification.
what about it?
If you can give me like a minute to like think about it.
Uh,
So like, what's the point again? Like, if it's
if
yeah,
you
like a
if it's a,
foundational belief can be justified by an atheistic standpoint or theistic.
if it can't be justified via atheistic standpoint, right? Then that would mean we don't have knowledge, right? But
So
it
then
can be justified.
what if I prove it can be justified by an atheistic standpoint?
Okay, go ahead and show that now.
So like, what am I just trying to justify? Like, why
Whether or
God
not,
doesn't exist?
no, you're the whole thing is that alright, it's P4. If the justification for foundational beliefs is atheistic, then the justification for foundational beliefs fail. If justification for foundational beliefs fails, that is not the case that we have knowledge. And we already agreed that like
My bad.
okay.
My mic cut out. Like my mic stopped working. I couldn't hear you or talk.
If the justification for foundational beliefs is atheistic, then the justification for foundational beliefs fails. If the justification for foundational beliefs fails, then it's not the case that we have knowledge.
So like, I just want to. If you give me a minute to like, I'm trying to like think of what like you mean by like a foundational belief and like prove it's like from an atheistic standpoint.
Logical laws, sense, perception, uniformity of causation, etc.
Okay. Yeah, just give me like
And if we
two to
have
three
these
minutes to
things,
think
then they
about it.
require justification. So if atheistic can't justify it, right, they still require they require justification. So if one can't justify it and the other can, we would go with that other one. Basic, like essentially.
What the fuck? Oh, wait, come on, mic stop working again. Hmm. Hmm. Atheistic. Atheistic. Wait, it's like, how can you bring like an atheistic standpoint to like your senses or like logical thinking?
What'd you say?
Like, how can you bring an atheistic standpoint, which like has to do with the belief that God doesn't exist, into a logical or like, as you said, like senses to like justify those?
I don't know how you would go about that. That would be like upon you.
Hmm. Like, you can't use a theistic way either because that's believing in God. So how do you believe in God?
Well,
Like, use
no.
a
If
theistic.
you go, yeah, we can use a theistic one, right?
Yeah, but like the definition of like a theistic or theism is like belief in God or like justification of God. So like, how do you justify using theism justification? Like justify logical thinking or senses. I don't understand how that works. I think I'm not like I don't just don't understand how it works. I feel like each way of arguing it.
I'm like confused at what you're asking right now.
So like you said to like with foundational belief you said to uh prove you can what to call it, prove or justify foundational beliefs with an atheistic standpoint. How like I don't understand how you do that. Also like a theistic standpoint as well.
Okay, well, if God exists, right, then he would justify that he would justify, right? Because if we say well, how do we know this? And we like say because of God, right? And that would justify it. Like God existing would basically justify our beliefs, or like just God existing would justify foundational beliefs. But if we don't have a God, then what justifies these things?
Oh, so like if you don't if God doesn't like theoretically like God doesn't exist, then like how do you justify stuff? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Basically.
Or how do you
Okay.
justify our
I think I
foundational
get it now.
beliefs?
Okay, so like atheistic standpoint.
Hmm?
Uh, um, I don't know. I don't think I can prove that point. More on the argument from part. Yeah, I can't prove. I can't prove from an atheistic standpoint to prove foundational beliefs.
Okay, so do you concede?
Yeah,
Alright.
GG.